Welcome back to the Ordinary Snob. I am Susan, and this is Thawn L and Stephen S, and this is the second Snobcast. So thanks for coming back. So today we are going to talk about something kind of controversial. Not really, but it is, especially if you know, have older ones close, near and dear to you. So, topic today is, at the age of 65, should each state be required for elderly drivers to retake the maneuverability test? So, go. What do you all think?
I say yes.
Why, Thawn? Tell us your reasons.
Because nobody wants bad drivers on the road.
Well, we have bad drivers that are teens.
True.
We have bad drivers that are 40.
True, and not all old bad drivers are bad, just by default. But I mean, you have to admit that the older you get, eventually you will get bad. Eventually you can't see or whatever. So I mean, it happens eventually. It's just the problem is, when does it happen, and it's different for everybody.
That's true.
Right.
Sure.
So when do you start? I mean, some people, can lose their vision in their whatever 50s, 60s. It doesn't have to. You don't have to be 90. So yeah, I think the only controversy is like, when do you start? But
well, see, I don't think it's just vision. Like people's reflexes.
Right.
Reaction time.
Like, yeah. Like you see the, I hate to say it, senior citizens that crash into buildings because they thought their foot that was on the brake and it's on the accelerator, or they thought they were in reverse and they go through a building, and it's just all sorts of bad.
Yeah. Well, it's just odd that like you get your license at 16 and then you never have to like do anything to confirm that later down the road you're still a capable driver. It's like you do this one test when you're young and then you're good for life.
That's why I think they need to retest. I mean,
yeah, I honestly retest at like maybe every 20 years. Maybe at like 16 to 20, then sometime in your 40s, and then sometime in the 60s.
then again, if you think about it, there are some measures in place to prevent people from driving if they shouldn't be, like the point system. I mean, if you get a lot of points, you lose your license.
That's true.
And if you keep getting points and if you don't behave, those points don't go away and you can't get your license back, right? Things like that.
right, but look at the people that have DUIs, and look how they have 40 DUIs, they still are driving.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it depends on the state. I think it depends on if they really want to do all that extra work. And then, let's say you do a retest every 20 years. Well, then, how much more will it cost? Will it cost taxpayers, us, or will it cost them to fund it? I mean,
Probably goes hand in hand,
Maybe if you start getting tickets, or there should be some thresholds. So if you start getting like speeding tickets and any kind of moving violation that starts to give clues to issues, maybe there should be like some thresholds, like, okay, you got some points, now we're going to start testing you like more often. Like,
they do that, right?
Well, they don't retest you.
Not retest, but if you keep getting points off for speeding, whatever, accidents, DUIs, things like that, like at some point they're just going to take it away. Yeah,
and then you have to take like
and then they have like classes that you have to take. Like you have to knock out a certain amount of hours in a certain amount of time.
but it's still not a maneuverability. It's on paper.
For sure.
Yeah, I think they should start doing maneuverability for people that get points, certain amount of points. Once you hit a threshold, and then like maybe every 5 years, you have to take some more advanced tests than regular people.
I feel like the test that they have now is just such like BS. Like
right,
when I took mine, I literally had to drive around the block by the mall and just come back and do a written test that like is so easy to pass.
You didn't have to park or anything?
I mean, I had to park where like we came back to, but that was about it. I did have to parallel park between
Yeah, I'm about to
towns.
say.
But it'll weed out the people who can't do that for various reasons. You know, they can't operate. You know, they don't have motor skills. They can't judge distance. They panic. You know, I don't know. There's lots of reasons why people have problems driving, and it'll weed those people out. And then you take Uber or whatever. There's other solutions to getting around.
Oh, there's so many solutions.
Yeah.
Between bus, doing Ubers, and there's like a lot of services for people too.
Yeah.
In those situations, like you could set it up. It's an Uber-like business, but
Or you can
would
walk.
pick you up on a.
What about if you can't walk?
Walk?
Who does that?
I need some sort of wheel to get me there.
No.
It's tough to maintain. It's tough
Walking.
to maintain when you walk.
Peasants. No.
Yeah, peasants.
It takes a lot of time.
Just kidding. Like for example, my mom, y'all know, so she's got early dementia. She is still driving. My mother is 83 years old.
Wow.
Now, I was so trying to get her car taken away. I'm like, she don't need to drive.
But you can't.
Y'all, oh no.
She won't let it go.
No. So I had the doctor talk to the elderly aging system or whatever it's called. And that's probably such the wrong name. But you know what I mean. So, and they actually gave her a simulated driving test.
Like a VR one?
Yes.
That's cool.
And they made her go on the road.
And then?
Like actually go on the road or in VR?
Yeah, no, really go on the road. But then what they had to do is, she said, I'm going to give you instructions and you have to remember them. So she goes, okay, at the first light we're going to take a left, next light we're going to take a right, next one we're going to take another right. She said, believe it or not, a lot of people forget what she says. My mother didn't forget shit.
She killed it. So she's still driving?
Yeah. You know why?
But
she's from that time. She got to remember stuff like that.
True.
But when it comes down to the what, right? But she can only still drive during the day. And I told her, if I see your ass out on the road at night, I'm calling the cops on you. And no, you don't understand. No, you don't understand.
You give her a pass.
No, you don't give her a pass because she was out. She got lost because she was driving at night because she thought she was Billy Badass in the car. She got lost and I had to drive and get her and drive her home. She had to follow me. Cuyahoga Falls.
Damn, that's high from you.
She lives in Solon. Okay, now do you see my point?
I see it.
No, you're not doing that. No.
All right. So, final thoughts?
Yeah, just test them. Test them all the time. And
Open. I still think when you hit a certain age, that's why I just said 65, whether you're a young 65, old 65, it's for maneuverability. That's what I think, so.
Okay. Yeah, that's probably a good age. I mean, it might not catch everybody. Some people might lose it before then, but that's probably good. And then there might be plenty of people that can drive for another 15, 20 years after that. But it's probably, you gotta start somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, well guys, thanks for tuning in to the Ordinary Snob and the Snobcast, and we will see you next time.
All right.
yeah.
Oh my God.
Feeling the sun, party done, shadows walking home. Walking with a game on. You are my kind, classic mind, and you look so fine.